fifth here. Canelo,
wow.
light heavyweight champion of the world. Canelo asking the fans to wait till Kovalev gets up, doing the classy, respectful thing as he always is. He came right over to see Kovalev, and wow, that is a game plan expertly followed.
And it wasn't a body shot. 11th round knockout by Saul Canelo Alvarez, where if at this time you were to look on social media, you would have seen that a lot of fans had him losing to pretty much a jab. Now, was it the game plan, or was Sergey Kovalev fighting like a bitch? You know, either way, you have to... Wow, I did not expect that at all. I got to be honest with you. I did not expect that at all. The new WBO 175-pound champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez. What do we say? Congratulations. Crow eating on my side. Kovalev has now got to go to court on November the 25th for his legal shit that he's got going on. Now, the question is, do you feel Canelo can compete with the top guys at 175-pound? WBC IBF champion Artur Beterbiev. I was at his fight against Alexander Volstik. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Let's see if we can get the highlight. Oh! Kovalev. My bad. My bad. Kovalev.
Hard shots, and yet Sergio clinical in a way. You see, even in slow motion, how calm he was, how short those shots were.
Damn,
It was clinical, it was surgical, it was violent. And that is
he puts his
the most
soul
vicious
into
KO
those
of
hooks,
Canelo's
man.
career.
And then it was this one that almost killed him.
In spectacular fashion,
Ooh.
but look at that right hand. I believe Kovalev is back up on his feet.
Yo, Canelo is special, man. Canelo is special, man. And it's safe to say that Kovalev is done. Will this be the last time we see him in the ring? I don't know. He's got some real oh, no, Cove. Damn. And it wasn't no vodka in the belly. You know, but eventually you can tell that, you know, he was timid. You know, he wasn't the crusher. That jab, yes, it was working for him. But never did I expect, this is the most significant knockout of his career, unless you count James Kirkland and Amir Khan. But this is a 175-pounder he's knocked out. I don't see Canelo going back down to 160. It's going to be 168, 175 from here on out. At 5'7". Listen in, please subscribe, and TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. This is some special shit right here. Golovkin. You got a lot of work to do.
All that obvious. There's a lot of confirmation bias involved in all these things. But now that we see the finish, wow, everything according to plan. A championship plan. Calm, poised, took his time, took his man out. It's like
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not going to say that he can't beat Artur Beterbiev. I'm not going to say that he can't beat Dmitry Bivol. Hell, I'm not even going to say that he possibly can't even test the waters, you know, at light heavyweight. At cruiserweight. Test the waters. But going back down to 160, I think he's done, and everybody's on his terms. Golovkin's on his terms. You know, Golovkin's got to do some shit, man. You know? Look at all that gold. Crazy. And in my opinion, he was losing the fight. That jab, man. You know, and I'm a boxing fan who favors the jab. We got to listen to the post-fight interview. I favor the jab. You know, and it's a shame because, you know, it's really no highlights. It was jabs. and you kind of knew that with the way that Canelo was throwing those punches, those body shots, he was trying to kill him. And then eventually, every now and then, he would throw up top, and you just saw he was throwing his whole body in it. You know, so you just knew that if one of those was connected, like how would he see? You see how he caught it on the glove right there, Sergey Kovalev? That's how it was ended up. But in this case, he caught two of them. He caught two of them. And you can see later on in the fight, Canelo started closing the distance. But in rounds 7, 8, 9, I'm going to say rounds 8, 9, 10, you know, Kovalev was winning. Oh, that knockout is brutal. Damn. It's a bad man. It's a bad man. 160, he runs 3 divisions. Let's listen to the post-fight interview. And something tells me, you know, that his next fight, you know, may be at 160, because going from 175 down to 160 by May.
Stoppage. Let's go to Chris Mannix with the new light heavyweight champion.
Bad man.
Canelo, congratulations. You are now a light heavyweight champion, adding it to your collection. You knew coming in this was going to be a tough fight, but you make your debut at light heavyweight and you win spectacularly. What did you think of your performance?
No, me siento muy contento. Primero que nada, muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí. Agradecido con ustedes. Es un paso más en mi carrera para seguir con la historia. Y nomás les pido que tengan paciencia. El Canelo es garantía.
All I want to say is thank you very much. I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm very thankful with everyone. And this is just a step in my career, in my history. And all I ask of you is to be patient. Be patient because Canelo will make history. He provides guarantees.
And a nice handshake there between you and Sergey Kovalev. No, you have a lot of respect for Kovalev. What was the game plan coming into this fight? Because it seemed a lot like how you fought Golovkin the second time. You kept coming forward, trying to get in range and looking to land those power shots.
La clave fue tener paciencia, ¿no? Nosotros creíamos que iba a ser 5 o 6 rounds los que me iba a tardar para poder buscar esto, pero fueron más. Es un gran peleador y pues yo soy nuevo en este peso también, ¿no? Le doy crédito a él, es un gran peleador, pero gracias a Dios el plan de trabajo solamente se retrasó un poco.
The plan overall was patience. That was basically it. To have patience. We knew that it was going to be 5 or 6 rounds, and it was going to take some time for me to get him. But obviously, he's a great fighter, you know. But again, I'm new in this weight. I'm new in this division, and much credit to him. He's a great fighter. But you know, but we stuck to our game plan basically, and basically it was delayed a little bit, but overall it was successful.
Take me through the end of this fight, because entering that final round, it felt like a close fight. Sergey was throwing a lot of jabs, and then you came up and delivered a winner. What did you see?
Sí, no, obviamente estaba cerrada la pelea porque estaba utilizando muy bien su jab, lo estaba utilizando bastante bien, estaba haciendo puntos, pero sabíamos que teníamos que cerrar los 3 últimos asaltos, ¿no? Los de campeonato, para que esto pasara. Y gracias a Dios, todo salió como queríamos.
You know, it was a very close fight. It was a close fight because he was defensive. You know, he was closing up. He was closing up his guard. You know, all he was doing was trying to establish points and get points. You know, but we knew it would come. Inevitably, it would come, and everything came out.
Where's the translator, woman?
You are now a 175-pound champion, but do you leave a fight like this thinking, I like 175 pounds, I can fight more at 175 pounds, or does moving back down make more sense to you?
Bueno, ahorita toca descansar, ¿no? La idea era pelear y bajar a las 160, 168, pero ¿por qué no otra en 175?
You know, now we have to relax a bit. You know, yes, the plan was to go down to 160, 165, but we have to relax. But why not? Maybe again 175.
You love big challenges. It's what you've always said in your career. As you look ahead to 2020, what is a big challenge for you?
No, obviamente vamos a ver qué es lo que representa.
He's not gonna say nobody's name.
Muchos por ahí que es un reto para nosotros. Lo que quiero es traerle las grandes peleas a la gente y darles más triunfos a México. Más que nada, ahorita quiero, antes de que se me pase, hoy es un gran día para nosotros en México, Día de los Muertos. Esto es para todos los que se nos fueron. Esta victoria es para ellos.
No. We have to see. We have to see what comes. We have to see what happens. We have to see what's best for us. We have to see and look for the best fights. Look for the big fights. But obviously, and give the victories to Mexico. But first of all, I want to thank everyone and also honor the dead. And this is the Day of the Dead in Mexico. For all of them who have come and gone, I want to honor them for this fight, with this fight.
I have to ask, Gennady Golovkin, a lot of people believe there still is unfinished business there. You had said a couple of months ago, there's nothing there for you with Golovkin. He just won a piece of the middleweight title, and this week you seemed a little more open to it, to fighting him again. How do you feel about a third fight with Golovkin?
Lo sigo pensando, no representa un reto para mí Golovkin. Ya hicimos 24 rounds, mostré que soy mejor que él. Si representa un gran negocio, claro que sí.
You know, I mentioned it before. It's really not a challenge for me. We fought 24 rounds. We beat him basically, so it's not a challenge for me. But if it represents business, then why not?
Congratulations, Canelo.
Thank you so much. Gracias a todos. Muchas gracias.
All right, we'll turn over to Sergey Kovalev.
Oh, shit. We got the scorecards. We're going to talk about them a little bit after the interviews. Wow,
Sergey,
you know, I'm still in shock.
Sergey, it was a tough fight. It looked like you were doing what you wanted to do in the early part of that fight. It looked like the game plan, it was working for you. Was it?
Yeah, a little bit, you know, I tired like after around, I believe, after round 6, because I had last fight very close, you know, but it's okay, it's a good experience for me. Canelo is a really great champion, you know, and a little bit right now didn't recover from my last fight, but it's okay. Thanks for fight, Canelo, big respect to him. He makes history, you know, and thank you very much who came, supports me. I love you guys.
You are a terrific jabber, one of the best in boxing. We saw a lot of that tonight. We didn't see many of those big right hands that you've been known for. Why didn't you throw that right hand more?
That's what I want to know.
Because to less open my body, like I had instructions from a corner, like using more jab and safe, but just a tire, didn't like enough, not enough my stamina, you know, like for, because maybe fight was close last time, but it's okay. I'll be back much stronger.
So you do feel like you'll be back. You're 36 years old. A loss like this, what does that make you think in terms of your career long term?
You know, like I know that I can unify champion. You know, like just let's make a unification fight. But nobody wants to fight me. You know, like in my division. This guy more fresher. You know, he came in this division more fresher. You know, like 34, he has a more stamina. Like, but it's okay. It's good experience for me.
Thanks for a strong performance, Sergey.
Thank you very much for your support.
And just like that, can we say also that's the knockout of the year? I mean, we've seen a lot of knockouts, but man, you know, like I said, I'm going to pay homage. Canelo was shown, you know, obviously my concerns were valid, right? My concerns were sound. I'm not going to sit here and make no fucking excuses. We were like, how can Canelo do at 175? And he showed us. Everybody up there is put on notice, including you, Arturberto Biaf. But you know who I want to see him fight? Callum Smith. That way he can capture a real title at 168 pounds for the hardcores. We don't count that world title. Or what about Billy Joe Saunders at 160 or 168? Some people say that's a stylistically bad matchup. You know, he'll be able to jab like Kovalev. He's younger, faster. Maybe, you know, like he can learn from this. But, you know, Golovkin, from what we've seen against Derevianchenko, Canelo, you know, no way. He don't want to run into that. Demetrius Andrade, I'm sorry, eventually I think that Canelo will put him to sleep. Just my personal opinion. Canelo ain't no joke, man. So really the only fights that I probably feel would generate some real trouble for him, right now between 160 and 175 is number 1, Callum Smith, number 2, Billy Joe Saunders, number 3, Artur Beterbiev, number 4, Dimitri Bivol, number 5, I'm going to say Jamal Charlo, you know, and then number 6, Golovkin. You know, and I'm sorry. Maybe, you know, I just threw that off the fly. Here is the punch stats, by the way. You know, and I can see how a lot of people would have had Canelo lose in that fight. You know, depending on how they viewed the jab. 2 judges, Dave Moretti and Julie Letterman, had it 96-94 before the knockout. And 1 judge, what was his name? Had it, Don Trella had it 95-95. So I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.
Said throughout the night, at light heavyweight, we don't know. I don't think anybody knows, but Canelo has one of the belts. So does Beterbiev, and so does Bivol. It sets up the possibility of a fascinating year or two if Canelo wants to say it this way.